Talking Skills, sponsored by Skills for Life. Keeping your business moving. It's a skills revolution.
And I'm especially delighted to have an employer on the show today to chat about how skills boot camps have benefited his business. James Orton joins me. He is Wise Group's Chief Technology Officer. James, hello. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi. So tell me what your company does.
So we're a software provider in the logistics sector, and we help couriers maximise their take-home pay.
Don't think I understood a single word of that. That was incredibly technical and amazingly kind of gobbledygook business speak. Give me an eye. When you say we're a something provider in the... What did you say? The logistics sector? I honestly don't know what you're talking about. What do you really actually do? What is the service that you provide?
So we provide services such as accountancy services to the people that will deliver parcels to your door.
Okay, all right. Now I understand. If you speak the language, I can understand this. We're talking about talking skills. So let's use them. Let's use our talking skills to get this all nice and clear. So tell me about whether it's easy to recruit people to work in your company or whether they need a certain level of skill, and whether people who've done a different job and want to change career can take a certain kind of a course and find themselves actually prepared to come and join your workforce and have a good day's work and, you know, serve you well and themselves.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, we are a software development company, right? So those are skills that are very needed in the job market today. It's a very... It's a tough market to get staff for.
Right. What are the skills that you need? Is it coding particularly? Is that what you need?
Yeah, it's coding. You know, there's a whole range of. We've used boot camps for to fill lots of different roles, design roles, project management roles. And we've had people from all types of backgrounds. So, you know, I think skills boot camps have really fit a good niche in a market where traditional education establishments have maybe been a little bit behind the times.
And these skills boot camps are provided by the Department of Education and specifically for people who've started off in one career or one job and for whatever reason would like to try something else. How do people know that they're the right person for a particular boot camp? You know, how do they know that they're not going to walk in and be utterly confused and think, oh my God, I can never ever do this in a million years?
Look, I think it's all about having confidence and passion as well, right? I think coding sounds very tough from the outside, but actually there's lots of transferable skills that people in different jobs will have. Like I said, we've had musicians, personal trainers, all types of people that have come from different roles. And have been really successful.
And in general, James, how long are the boot camps? How long do they take to finish? And people don't have to pay to do them, do they? Aren't they provided free by the Department of Education?
No, so they are provided for free. There's different for the employer, for the person that's doing the skills boot camps. It's completely free. So they're usually around 16 weeks, in my experience. But they learn so much. It's very intense.
Let me talk to somebody who knows just what you're talking about, because he is one of the people who has triumphed at one of these excellent skills boot camps, and that is the wonderful Dan Watson. Hello, Dan. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon.
Hi, Vanessa.
Oh, nice to see you. So you were a personal trainer.
I was indeed, yes.
So why weren't you just happy to be a personal trainer forever and ever and live happily ever after?
I mean, I was personal training for sort of 12 years. And there was part of me that wanted a change, but I also had a baby on the way and wanted a career with more progression, really.
Right.
Yeah, I think the pressures of having a baby, they really put things into perspective.
Here, I would agree with every word you say. So you're thinking, all right, I need a career change. It's got to generate a bit more money. It's got to generate a bit more potential for, you know, career development. And then what directed you to these skills boot camps? I know they're provided by the Department of Education. They don't cost you any money to attend, do they? What made you think, okay, this is the thing that's going to turn my life around?
I was actually talking to one of my clients at the time, one of my PT clients, and I knew I had a baby on the way. You know, I was up for a change. He owned a tech business himself, and then he pointed me in the direction of a skills boot camp.
And I'm trying to think. 1 minute, you're directing somebody on the running machine. You're doing you're doing your press ups and you're lifting weights and you're saying, "Come on, 10, 9, 8." And all. The next minute, you walk into this blinking skills boot camp, and I think, was it coding that you were doing? Did you feel as if you?
Yes.
God, did you feel as if you'd walked into a parallel universe? Like, oh my God, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it was all a bit of a blur, and it moved at quite a pace.
Were there moments where you thought it wasn't for you, or maybe you just have to go straight back to personal training, or did you begin to get the hang of it reasonably quickly?
No, and you're in such a supportive group. There was definitely moments that are daunting, but for me, it was just as daunting, the thought of staying in personal training.
Tell me about whether you had all sorts of glittering maths qualifications when you went into this boot camp. No.
No. And I think it's why I was having the discussion, because I'd speak to other personal trainers, and one of the big things is they get to a point where they get a little bit older, and I've been doing this for so many years, but I don't have qualifications in anything else. What could I possibly do?
Door security. That's what people often do, isn't it? That's one thing they do. How do I know about this? Because I very well documentally used to go out with my personal trainer, so I know all about this. I know how difficult it is. I've lived through this one. Like, what on earth am I going to do? I know all about this one. It's a really big deal. So you took to the coding pretty quickly. At the end of the course, how long had you had to spend on the course?
So it was 16 weeks. And it flew by. It was very intense.
Really?
But it was great.
And how easy was it to impress James Autumn with your skill and your charm and your savoir-faire and get yourself the job you needed to be a good good provider for the baby and the family?
I mean, James will be able to I think it was more the soft skills from personal training. Obviously, 16 weeks, you learn a lot. But I think for me, it's more right. From James's point of view, I had a lot of soft skills anyway, from 12 years of personal training. But then it showed, you are committed to change. You've given up, sacrificed 16 weeks to learn something new, to dive into it with 100% commitment.
Yeah.
So then you've got these transferable skills that could be put to good use.
And how long have you been working in the company now?
Coming up to 2 years now.
And how is it? So if I know you've got the boss sitting right next to you, or at least he looks like he's sitting next to you on the screen. I don't know what's happening in real life, but so you've got to say it's fabulous. But is it?
No, it really is. Genuinely, it's been life-changing, and the skills boot camp getting me here was
superb. Okay, you were doing coding. What other boot camps? Do you know what other people study at these different boot camps, for example?
I'm not too aware. Again, it was all
I think
digital.
It's a multitude of different things. People just have to look into it and check it out, because it may well be right up your street. Thank you so much for joining us, you two. It's been a delight to talk to them. And thanks you very much indeed to James and Dan.
Talking Skills, sponsored by Skills for Life. Keeping your business moving. It's a skills revolution.